Have you ever heard of a derecho? It's a weather phenomenon that, despite its potential for widespread damage and significant impact, often flies under the radar in public awareness. Many people are simply unaware of its existence. It's a term that might not be as familiar as hurricane or tornado, those headline-grabbing weather events we all know and perhaps even fear. But I can assure you, it's a weather event that commands just as much respect, if not more, due to its unique characteristics and the sheer scale of its potential impact. Imagine a wall of wind, a dark and ominous presence looming on the horizon, a sight that inspires both awe and trepidation. A straight-line force so powerful it can flatten entire fields of corn, leaving behind a scene of utter devastation, as if a giant had swept across the land with unmatched strength. Snap massive trees like twigs, reducing decades of growth to splintered remains scattered haphazardly across the landscape, and peel the roofs off homes for hundreds of miles, exposing families to the elements and leaving communities reeling in the aftermath, struggling to recover. This isn't a scene from a movie, it's the reality of a derecho, a force of nature that can unleash unimaginable destruction, leaving a lasting mark on the affected areas. It's a storm that doesn't just pass through a town, it can march across an entire state, sometimes even multiple states, leaving communities in disarray and disrupting countless lives. Leaving a trail of destruction that stretches farther than you can imagine, a stark reminder of nature's raw power and the vulnerabilities of our infrastructure. Its power is immense and its impact can be life-altering for everyone in its path, underscoring the importance of understanding and preparing for these formidable weather events and taking proactive measures to mitigate their effects. So, what exactly is a derecho? It's a term you might have heard on the news, especially if you live in certain parts of the world. But what does it really mean? What forces of nature combine to create such a powerful and potentially destructive weather phenomenon? What are the underlying atmospheric conditions that give rise to these intense storms? Let's break it down in the simplest terms possible, so we can all understand the key characteristics that define a derecho and differentiate it from other types of severe weather. We'll explore the science behind it, but without getting bogged down in overly technical jargon. We'll focus on the core elements that make a derecho unique. The word derecho is Spanish for straight or direct, and that single word perfectly captures the essence of this storm. It hints at the most defining feature of this weather event, the straight-line winds that cause widespread damage. It's a very descriptive term. Unlike a tornado, which features rotating winds that create a twisting column of air, a visible vortex that can wreak havoc in a concentrated area, a derecho is a different beast altogether. It's important to understand this distinction. A derecho is characterized by powerful straight-line winds. These winds don't swirl or rotate. Instead, they blast forward in a relatively uniform direction, impacting everything in their path. They are relentless and unforgiving. Think of it less like a spinning top, a contained and whirling force, and more like a massive, invisible bulldozer pushing forward with incredible force. This analogy helps to visualize the sheer power and directional nature of a derecho's winds. It's a force to be reckoned with. This bulldozer of wind is not a small localized event. It's a widespread and long-lived phenomenon that can impact a vast area, often spanning hundreds of miles. The scale of a derecho is one of the things that makes it so dangerous and impactful. It can affect multiple states. A derecho is not a single isolated thunderstorm, popping up and dissipating quickly. Instead, it is a specific type of mesoscale convective system, or MCS, which is essentially a large, organized complex of thunderstorms that act together as a single system, feeding off each other and maintaining their strength over long distances. What makes a derecho special within this category is its sheer intensity and longevity. These storms generate an extensive path of wind damage, and that damage path must be at least 240 miles long to officially qualify. This minimum length requirement highlights the extensive reach and sustained power of a derecho. It's a testament to their destructive potential. The winds associated with a derecho are consistently severe, often reaching speeds comparable to those of a Category 1 or 2 hurricane, but they all move in one primary direction. While hurricanes are known for their widespread damage from both wind and flooding, derechos are primarily wind events. The focus is on the wind's power. Imagine a line of very strong thunderstorms moving across the landscape, a squall line stretching for miles and miles. This line is not just producing rain, it's unleashing a torrent of powerful, unidirectional wind. It's a river of wind. Within these storms, powerful downdrafts, which are columns of sinking air, slam into the ground and spread out horizontally. These downdrafts are crucial to the formation and maintenance of a derecho, acting as the engine that drives the straight-line winds. They are the driving force. In a derecho, these downdrafts are exceptionally strong and organized, creating a continuous and advancing wall of high winds that pushes outward from the storm complex. It's like a wave of wind energy surging across the land. It's a truly impressive display of power. This is why the damage often looks like everything was pushed over in the same direction, a telltale sign that distinguishes a derecho from other wind-related events. The uniformity is striking, which is a key clue for storm surveyors trying to distinguish derecho damage from that caused by a tornado's rotating winds. The consistent direction of fallen trees and debris helps them piece together the story of the storm. It's like reading the wind's signature. The formal definition helps us classify these events after they happen, allowing scientists to study and understand them better. But for you at home, the experience is much more immediate and visceral. It's the sudden, violent arrival of winds that can go from a gentle breeze to over 75 miles per hour in just a few minutes. The speed and intensity of onset is part of what makes a derecho so dangerous. It's a rapid escalation. It's the sound of trees snapping like twigs, the sight of debris flying horizontally past your window, a chaotic ballet of leaves, branches, and other objects caught in the wind's fury, and the feeling of the entire house shaking under the immense pressure as if a giant hand is pushing against it. It's a sensory overload. A derecho is a relentless assault of wind that can last for a significant amount of time, sometimes for hours, making it a uniquely terrifying and dangerous weather event to live through. It's not a quick burst. It's a sustained period of intense wind that can leave a lasting impact. It's an endurance test against nature's power.